Farr and Company general contractors take pride in becoming part of a community with the structures we build. The schools, churches, offices, and shops help to define the quality of life where they stand and serve as a testament to our construction philosophy. Farr and Company general contractors are proud to support Texas Tech Public Media and would like to wish you and your family a happy holiday season. More information is available at farrandcompany.com.
Texas Tech University in Lubbock, Texas. It is the most beloved of all the Texas Tech traditions, the Carol of Lights, and we're pleased to be bringing to you tonight here from Texas Tech University. Good evening, everyone. I'm Robert Giovanetti alongside Lacey Nobles, and we want to say hello to all of our Red Raider family, not only here in Lubbock, they're watching it on Texas Tech Public Television, but across the country, watching it on YouTube and on Texas Tech TV, and hopefully gathering in lots of different places to enjoy the Carol of Lights. Again, everyone loves the Carol of Lights, and Lacey, not only do you love it as a former student here, but you've been on the committee, and so you know all about what's going on. You are our Carol of Lights go-to person.
I am. This promises to be a major event like it is every year. Tens of thousands of people are here. They're crowded. All the fanfare and all the spirit and tradition of the 56th annual Carol of Lights.
You know, we've had a really great luck tonight with the weather. It's a little chilly, but you want it to have a little holiday feel to it. It's weather, temperature probably in the high 40s, low 50s, so it's perfect.
Feels great. Last year it was a little balmy, about 72, so this actually gets you in the mood for the Christmas spirit and for the lights to come on.
Well, we have a great show for you leading up until the actual lighting of the Carol of Lights. There's so much that goes into this, and we're going to talk to a lot of the people that help put this event on, not only this year, but each and every year. Also, we want you to join us through social media. Use the hashtag TTUCOL. Hashtag TTUCOL. Tell us where you're watching from, what you're doing. I know we've got your old crew down in Austin. We've got an Austin Alumni Association party, so we hope a lot of people will share with us on social media where they are and what the Carol Light means to them.
And we can get some of those tweets read here on air, so tell us where you're tweeting from and what your favorite part of this event is.
There's so much, and again, you talk about I don't know if you can see the people behind us. People are already crowding in, and President Ellis will be here with us shortly to talk about the event, and then we'll have some music tonight, beautiful holiday music. We'll have the actual flipping of the switch. Are you flipping the switch tonight?
I'm not. I'm staying here. I'm staying here. I'm holding down the desk, but someone else, there's a professional for flipping the switch.
There is a professional that will actually turn the switch on and turn these lights on. So, you know what? The Carol Lights means a lot to a lot of different people, a lot of our alums, a lot of families started at the Carol Lights. This is a family-rated show, but, you know, like proposals, and there's a great history and a great tradition at the Carol Lights. So let's take a look at more about the Carol of Lights.
I'll be home for Christmas.
It had started a few years earlier, I think, with kind of an informal, impromptu gathering around the circle out there. It's become a major Texas Tech tradition, in my opinion. You know, it's my wife and I have never missed one. It got to be very special, and gosh, we've been out there when it's been fairly mild for that time of December, and then we've been out there when it was bitter cold. I think to a lot of people, it's the way they start the Christmas season. You know, it's the appropriate kickoff to the Christmas season.
3 years ago when the event was on a Wednesday, and it was a blessing that it was on a Wednesday because my mom happened to be in town, and so she got to experience it, and so she's gotten to know Texas Tech more and more since I've been here, and so she comes and she's had that be a part of her traditions. Many years ago I had one of my students proposed to another student at Carol of Lights, and just two different trombone players. One proposed, the other thankfully said yes, and they're happily married and living down in the Houston area. And so I think that happens quite a bit. I've seen proposals happen over the time I've been here.
We were getting serious. I thought, you know, this would be a great opportunity to invite her to go with me. I was student body president at the time, and to invite her to the Carol of Lights ceremony and propose at that time. I didn't think she'd be expecting it. You know, like many traditions, it has created a special significance for us, and we've taken our children back to share with them that special occasion and let them know how their family got started. To be able to kind of have a memory together as we started our our marriage was significant to have Texas Tech involved in that. This is the kind of tradition that reminds us all that we are a family. As big as we are at Texas Tech, we are still a family, and they can come together with their family here in Lubbock, and they can sing the wonderful Christmas songs. They can gather together with friends. I think that's really what it means to me, even as an alumni, and I think for students and others that participate in the event.
Welcome back to the Carol of Lights here live on the campus. We're now joined by, well, you need no introduction, but I'll give you one anyway. Mr. Jim Douglas. He is the Vice President of the Texas Tech Alumni Association, wearing your Alumni Association jacket, and I know that...
Uniform of the day, we call it.
Uniform of the day, and this is a big day for somebody like you that works with our alums, because this is such a huge event for our alums.
It is, and thank you, Robert, for inviting me to be up here. And it's so neat what you guys are doing with this telecast, because we have alumni groups around the country that are gathered to watch this as a group and making a party out of this all over the country. So, and one of the neat things is when I do travel around the country and visit with alumni groups, a lot of times we'll have enough time to kind of interact, and I'll say, what was your favorite memory as a student? And a lot of times you'll hear the victories over A&M or Texas, whatever. But more often than not, it's this evening. It's the Carol of Lights, because it's such a unique, special event, unique to Texas Tech, and it kind of embodies, I think, a lot of things that Texas Tech is proud of. So yeah, this is not just for the students and the townspeople, but this is an international acclaimed and appreciated event.
Well, we know a lot of things about you. We don't know how good you are at math, but let's figure it out. Do you know what Carol of Lights this is for you? Do you know how many you've attended?
Oh, no, I sure don't. I don't even want to start on that. Of course, I came to Tech as a freshman in '65, and I've been to most all of them since that time. So there may be a handful here and there that I missed, usually probably because the weather was not like, I mean, what a gorgeous night tonight.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. It's a little chilly, but it's great. This is what you want for something like this.
Perfect Christmas weather. Exactly.
What is your favorite part about the event? We've got a lot of people here. You see a lot of, a lot of people that maybe haven't been to campus. Well, I just was talking to a gentleman that's from out of state who was here, and he couldn't believe the changes on campus. For you, what's the best part
of this event?
Yes.
Well, it's still the wow factor. That's when the lights come on. I mean, that when they flick the switch, I mean, that is just a magical moment. In the oohs and ahs, people have been here coming to this thing for decades. They still have that impressionable moment when the lights come on, and it's just so special. I will tell you, you probably already know this. Who flipped the switch the very first time?
Well, I think I know that.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be tricked.
Dr. Bill Dean.
Yeah, I was going to say Bill Dean.
My boss, he was president of student body at Tech, my understanding, and so he was chosen to do the ceremonial switch flipping, I guess.
I'll give you a little tip that I use whenever I get asked any Texas Tech trivia question. I just start with Bill Dean.
That's
and
right.
Then
the odds are pretty good. You're right.
It's the answer 5 out of 6 times, and so I figured that. It's such a great night, such a great spirit, and you mentioned a great start to the holiday season. You know, I find myself, having lived here a long time and gone here and all this, that I still, even in a couple weeks, will like to drive through campus at night and see the lights.
Absolutely. And they do have so many buildings that, that just give that same look. And how many people have seen the poster or the postcard of this event? I mean, it is so identified with our university. It's just a great event. It's so neat to be here, and the weather could not have been better cooperating.
Hey, you mentioned you've been here since 1965. Is that what you said?
As a student.
Okay, so as a student. I'm not trying to age you.
I haven't left yet, but I'm...
As a student,
the final exams are much easier now.
And there's been so many changes here over the last 50 years or so. It's got to make you proud to not only what you do, working with the alumni, but also just as an alum yourself to see what's happened here.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's an amazing phenomenon, and I do get alums, friends of mine, who will come back decades later, haven't been back to campus, and except for the ad building, they don't recognize anything. And they need to get a map and just find their way around, because it's all quality. They love the fact that the Spanish Renaissance architecture has been maintained through everything we do now. That's our identifying architectural mark, and the quality. And of course, what's even more impressive, when they learn more about not just what they can see driving through the campus, when they find out about the quality of our faculty, how much their degree is appreciated and valued, because Texas Tech's academic reputation has gone through the roof with higher elevation and respect. And so there's just a lot of great things. And so it's always great to be a Red Raider, but it seemed like every day is even better than the one before, and that's nice.
What message do you give to all our alums that are watching it? These people, you go all over the country, you travel all the time.
Right.
Every time I see you, you're, I got back from so-and-so, I got back from so-and-so. All these people you know very well sitting around watching right now. What's your message to them tonight?
Come back and visit. I mean, it's great to see videos and what have you, and they can do only so much, but come back and see what's happened to your university. I think the more you know and the more you see, the more proud you'll be. And what we want is a nationwide, international-wide army of advocates, of apostles, if you will, disciples for the Double T. Because when they're talking to friends of theirs who have kids or grandkids, think about where to go to college, the more they know about our university and what we have to offer, the better they can be in helping us increase the quality of our students and just keep advancing so our degrees do appreciate and value every year from now on.
Hey, I know you'll appreciate this too. We've got some tweets, and if you're out there watching, use hashtag TTUCOL. Look at this. We've got one here from Istanbul. And so we've got some Red Raiders all over the country.
Yeah, that's Turkey, Istanbul, not Turkey, Texas. So.
And here's another one, watching from Idaho.
Right, Rexburg, Idaho.
So we've gone all the way from Turkey to Idaho, and we love our Red Raiders out there. And I think we're seeing a renaissance, actually, of pride in Texas Tech. Here's another one.
I agree.
That we're have a hard time reading that.
Gallatin, Tennessee.
Tennessee, and first time seeing it, can't wait. And just all these tweets coming
Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Minneapolis, St. Paul. Our weather's probably better than what they've got up there, and so we appreciate
that's probably
them watching. So use the hashtag TTUCOL. Let us know where you're watching from, and we'll hopefully put your tweet up and follow that along. But we've seen this with the campaign that Tech Marketing has come up with. Every day I'm a Red Raider.
Yeah.
And I
love that camp. I love the thought behind it. It's great.
And I think we're seeing this pride and spirit from our loves.
I think you're absolutely right. I mean, in any way you want to measure it, any barometer at all, on any part of the campus, it's bigger and better than it's ever been. And that's a trend we want to keep continuing. I think we will.
Where's your spot? Where are you going to watch tonight from?
Just wherever I can find room. It's going to get crowded here real soon.
That's a good thing that you know so many people. You might be able to say, hey, how's it going? And the next thing you know, you've squeezed in next to
the other side is they know me, and they say, what are you doing here? Where's that money you owe me? So, there's a good and a bad of all that, Robert.
Jim Douglas, he is the Vice President of the Texas Tech Alumni Association. We all know him. Jim, thank you so much for what you do for Texas Tech. I got a lot more. We come back. We'll take you into the bowels of what we're doing, and we'll take a closer look at some of our social media tonight and what's happening on the TTU Facebook page and TTU Twitter page as well. So stay with us here. You're watching the 56th Annual Carol of Lights.
Farr & Company general contractors take pride in becoming part of a community with the structures we build. The schools, churches, offices, and shops help to define the quality of life where they stand and serve as a testament to our construction philosophy. Farr & Company general contractors are proud to support Texas Tech Public Media and would like to wish you and your family a happy holiday season. More information is available at farrandcompany.com.
It's not just the mark, it's what the people of this university stand for every day. Strength, pride, honor. It's working harder, pushing further, and claiming our place. It's always there, in our victories and our celebrations. It means we are part of a family, even if we've never met. It means I am a Red Raider.
Robert Giovanetti here alongside Lacey Nobles. And Lacey, we just heard from Jim Douglas. Everyone loves Jim and knows what he does, and he and Bill Dean and all the people over the Alumni Association do such a great job. And for them, this has got to be a little bit like early Christmas, because this pulls at the heartstrings of the alumni.
Yes, I was just talking to an alumni, and she says she's been here when it's been hot, it's been snowy, and alumni come out and just freeze because it's such an amazing tradition for them. And she cries at every single one of them. But it's just such an amazing tradition for all alumni and all the community, really.
Hey, we're lucky because we come to work here every day on campus here at Texas Tech, and all of a sudden you know it's kind of getting to be this time. You drive up one day and you see the trucks out here. When did they start putting all these lights up?
They start in late September, and they were actually working on lights up into Thanksgiving because they were having some trouble with some, fuses and stuff. But they work constantly to get everything just right, and all the lights on all 18 buildings are strung with one strand of lights. They are all connected as one strand.
So that's why there literally is just one little plug to put in?
It's one plug. and they go through the underground tunnel network to make that all happen. I can't even get that working on my own Christmas tree, and they do it for this whole campus.
It's pretty impressive, and we've been out here doing some pre-planning, and we've seen the guys out here working hard, and they're into it, and they love doing it. Now, they're maybe a little more technical than you. You said fuses and stuff. You know, you got a little technical for us there, but for the most part, a lot of hard work. A lot of people put a lot of effort into what we're going to see tonight.
Oh, yes. It's not just the lights, but it's also, there's the parking, there's the tree, there's the wreath, there's everything, and there's planning. There is months and months of planning. So right when they get everything up, they got to take it all down and start the planning for next year. We
mentioned tweet us using hashtag TTUCOL. Let's take a look at some others. We already had one from Turkey. How about this, Michelle Hogan? We talked about the Everyday I'm a Red Raider, Michelle Hogan, the brains behind that. And then we've got McKinney, Texas. So we're not just having to go all over the country. We're here in state as well.
We got one from Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville, Kentucky there. And there we're back to Michelle, the three boys. She and her three boys.
Watching us from Southwest Lubbock. So
yes.
Hi, Michelle. Hi, boys.
So how about that? And, of course, we were talking to Jim about how much he loved Every Day I'm a Red Raider, and Michelle was the force behind that campaign. And we're just talking about just this renewed spirit among the alums and being proud of Texas Tech. And a night like this really kind of makes you, like, puff out your chest a little bit.
Just being a Red Raider is such a sense of pride in Lubbock, but then when you see a Red Raider somewhere else, in another town, in another state.
Throwing up the gun, aren't you?
Guns up, and it's a whole renewed pride all over again.
Hey, we can hear it. You can't really hear it. We can hear it. You probably can't hear it on the stream or on television, but they got the carillon playing. And I know that's something that you've actually tried your hand at a little bit.
Oh, yes. I play piano. And so I thought the carillon was going to be, it's a hybrid between an organ, a mallet, a piano. It's not my thing. It's professionals, but it is in the West Tower of the administration building, and it has 36 bells. One weighing 1 ton, the smallest weighing 8 pounds. There are 36 bells, and it covers an octaves, 3.5 octaves. And you can learn to play if you want, but it is not easy, as you will see.
Well, she is playing. Let's take a little closer look at the carillon.
Every year at the start of the Carol of Lights celebration, thousands get an auditory treat as Christmas carols ring from the West Tower of the administration building. The songs are recognizable, but the instrument and the performer are hidden from the public. It's called a carillon, and we got to see for ourselves how this beautiful music is made.
A carillon basically is a set of tuned bells. The bells are cast in a foundry, they are long ringing, and they have harmonics that will emphasize certain tones. We are lucky enough to have 37 bells on our carillon here, and they're arranged in a circle over our heads. The biggest bell is the lowest, and it's called the bourdon, and it weighs about 1 ton.
Our carillon, known as the Baird Memorial Carillon, was installed in the mid-1970s, but was removed in the early 2000s.
This building was structurally analyzed in the early 2000s, and they found that this particular tower was not supporting the weight very well. And as the president is nearby, they decided to close down the tower and remove the bells and put them in storage. So they did that, and then there was some doubt as to whether the bells would ever be brought back because of the expense. So in 2005 it reopened, they put the last bell, that bourdon, the big bell, back in, and we have a new console and a new arrangement. The bells are often laid out in a straight line, which means the mechanism here gets extended and sometimes is hard to play, especially at the ends. Here they're in a circle, so they're all equally weighted. So it's much easier to play. It's really a dream to play.
The carillon console is a type of hybrid between a piano, organ, and a mallet instrument.
And instead of pressing them, you actually tap them with your fist.
Since I play piano, I figured the carillon would be easy for me to pick up. Not so much. For now, I'll leave it to the professionals.
If you have a keyboard background, that's very good. And a lot of people also, if they have a percussion background, particularly in tuned percussion instruments, they already have the wrist action down. So it usually takes very little time for them to transfer that skill over.
Hughes says though he enjoys different types of music, carols are his favorite to play on the carillon.
I love Christmas carols, and I like playing those. Somehow the idea of winter and bells go together. You just always hear bells around the holidays. Plus, you know, the tradition, I just love the tradition of the Carol of Lights and everything around it.
For KTTZ TV, I'm Lacey Nobles.
We're now back. We're joined by Stephanie Rode, who's the Executive Director of the Spirit Organizations here on campus. Stephanie, thank you for joining us. We were just talking when we were seeing that story. It's a long way up to that carillon.
It's a very long way up there and very scary, but it's a beautiful place to be. So.
It really is, and it's one of our, again, the things that makes us unique here at Texas Tech. We can't really hear it right now from where we are because I think the crowd's big and the noise is being made, but it's so beautiful to hear that.
It is, and you know, I've been to concerts that they have over on the grounds of the admin building when they've had artists come in and play, and it's so beautiful. And we're fortunate to have one of the few working carillons on a college campus.
Right.
So very proud of that.
What's this night mean to you? You love Texas Tech, obviously, and this is always a great gathering. What's it mean to you?
To me personally, this is I think light symbolizes life, and this is such a season of the hope of life and joy and love, and so this is a very significant night, I think, for all of us who go to school and who work here because of the deep symbolism that lights have for us. Also, we have a unique spirit involvement in tonight, and that means a lot to us because of the traditions that we share with this evening.
Yeah, because again, you're in charge of all the spirit organizations,
right.
And people love, again, to see the Masked Rider.
Right.
And the Masked Rider will be here tonight, and she'll be lit up wearing that.
That's right.
What do you call that? Anything different when she wears that particular?
We don't, but I think it's interesting. I've done some research, and the first Masked Rider who came to the Carol of Lights and wore lights was in 1981. Kurt Harris. He was our 21st Masked Rider.
Okay.
At that time, the engineering department here made a battery pack for him. It weighed 90 pounds. And they had to rest the battery pack on the horse in order to get, because he couldn't carry it and be on the horse. And so we've come a long way. Now it's...
What's it weigh now?
An ounce,
Okay.
maybe. It's the cave has all these little LED lights in it. We send it to California, and they really do a great job with doing that in the hat. So.
Well, it's been, for you, I mean, we had a show earlier about the Raider Red, and Raider Red wins the national championship as the best mascot in the country. You got a great job. You get to work with all these great things.
I have the best job on campus. Don't tell anybody. I'd like to keep my job, but I do have, I work with the best students, and I get to work with Tech traditions. And, our students are the symbols of the university, and that means so much. I know it means a lot to you,
right.
But it's such an honor to get to be the director of that program.
Lacey and I were talking earlier about when you come to work one day in the fall and you start seeing the lights go up and it gives you that feeling. Do you feel that too when you see that?
Yes. Every year, I've lived in Lubbock for 27 years. I've worked at Tech for 12 years. Every year in October when I start seeing the lights go up, I'm like, oh my gosh, Carol of Lights is coming. And so, yeah, it's exciting.
Well, Stephanie, we appreciate you stopping by tonight. I know you got a lot going on. Thank you. And thank you for all you do. You do such a great job.
Oh, thank you so much.
With our Spirit Organizations. Stephanie Rode, Executive Director of the Spirit Organizations here on campus. All right, we're going to throw it to Lacey. Lacey, I think, is with Allison Madley, who's in charge of social media here on campus. We're going to take a little closer look at some of your tweets.
Hi, we are here with Allison Matherly with Texas Tech University. She is the social media guru for Texas Tech University, and this is the first year that the Carol of Lights has been streamed online and that you've been able to interact with us via Twitter and us read some of your tweets online. So let's talk about some of the ones we've seen tonight.
Well, we have people from all over the world who are tweeting in about how excited they are and how much they love the Carol of Lights. It's so many people's favorite tradition here at Texas Tech. So we're really enjoying getting to read and see how people are getting to relive their time here at Texas Tech from wherever they might be.
Well, I knew there's some watch parties in Austin, and then I saw one from Louisville, Kentucky, but where's I know we got one from Callie Jones in Virginia.
And we have some people in Fort Worth. I saw Ballinger, Texas, Manitou Springs, Colorado. We also have Rockwall. People studying at home for their finals, watching from there as well. So people really from all over, even Philadelphia.
So it's not just
Carol of Lights mania here in Lubbock. It's all over. Now, I also heard that Carol of Lights is reaching the Middle East in Kuwait.
It is. We had someone share with us on Facebook this afternoon, David Koenig, who is in Kuwait serving with the U.S. Army, and that he obviously isn't able to be here, but he was celebrating the Carol of Lights in a different way with a double T flag and his own strand of Carol of Lights to celebrate there.
And what kind of response did we get from our alumni and our students, Texas Tech fans?
Texas Tech fans and members of the Texas Tech family really support our military, and they have just really reached out and thanked him for serving at a time that's really difficult to be away from your family. We had over 700 people who just liked his photo alone, and then more than 50 comments of people who were just reaching out and thanking him for his service.
So it brings a new, more warm pride moment for Carol of Lights. Okay, so our goal is to break the internet. We are going to break the internet with the Carol of Lights. So what's our hashtag for tonight?
It's hashtag TTUCOL. You can use that on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. So share your pictures, share what you're doing there at home, or even here out in the audience.
Okay, that's it. I'm going to send it back to you, Robert.
All right, we are got a lot more to go tonight. You're watching the 56th annual Carol of Lights. We'll come back and we'll hear from President Dwayne Nellis.
Farr & Company general contractors take pride in becoming part of a community with the structures we build. The schools, churches, offices, and shops help to define the quality of life where they stand and serve as a testament to our construction philosophy. Farr & Company general contractors are proud to support Texas Tech Public Media and would like to wish you and your family a happy holiday season. More information is available at farrandcompany.com.
Got the sheets?
We built it.
Yes, we did.
Oh, I see it too.
Adventure requires a trusted guide. Find yours at PBS.
Welcome back to the 56th annual Carol of Lights. All across the globe, Red Raiders are watching tonight. We've heard from Turkey all the way to Louisville, Texas. So it's been quite a wide range of our Red Raiders weighing in with us tonight. Robert Juvenay now joined by President Dwayne Nellis. And President Nellis, you got to love that, right? You're hearing from Red Raiders across the globe.
It's awesome to have Red Raiders all over the globe, all over the United States. I heard there was even somebody from Rexburg, Idaho, was checking in, watching the broadcast. So isn't that great?
Some of your old fans, right? You came from Idaho.
That's right.
And so
now they're seeing the real Red Raiders here in Texas, here in Lubbock.
Now, last year was your first Carol of Lights.
That's right.
What did you think after witnessing it?
It was spectacular, to see all the different dimensions of this, not only going from this darkness to the spectacular lights, over 20,000 lights coming on, but also the other dimensions with the masked rider, his cape all lit up, right, and all the other the saddle tramps and all the other dimensions. It's just spectacular. And to see the community come together and sing these carols as we celebrate the start of the holiday season, it's just really spectacular.
Is an event like this something that, obviously academics and other things are what distinguishes the university, but there's so much more that goes into it. Is an event like tonight something that sets Texas Tech apart?
Well, I think so. It really talks about what it means to be part of the Red Raider family, Texas Tech family. It's all of us coming together and celebrating an important tradition that is over 55 years old, and it's just an important part of what is Texas Tech as we celebrate the community and university, faculty, students, staff, all coming together to celebrate in this spectacular show of lights.
Well, and you had an event earlier where you got to meet with all the people that helped put this on.
That's
because
right.
There's a lot of people that behind the scenes that make this happen.
The Residence Hall Association, our facilities people spend quite a bit of time putting together the the lights on buildings and making sure everything is working properly. There are other dimensions across the campus that come together to provide support for this. Our music department as well. You know, they provide a spectacular showing here and lead us through some of the traditional songs that we're going to sing tonight. And we're just so proud of all the dimensions that come together in this celebration.
Do you have a favorite Christmas song you like?
Well,
you're a big music lover.
Yeah, I do.
Right?
You know, one of the things I love White Christmas, the song, Bing Crosby, the movie White Christmas,
right.
And you know, I first heard it in the movie Holiday Inn. So a lot of people don't realize that 1944 Bing Crosby sang it for the first time in Holiday Inn, and then it was re-recorded in 1954
okay. Dropping
with
a
White
little knowledge
Christmas.
on you tonight.
And so anyway, I certainly enjoy that, and it brings back a lot of memories. But there are many of the traditional Christian hymns too. "O Come All Ye Faithful," and many others that are just so important, and again bring back a lot of fond memories of family and time together, and that's what's so exciting tonight as we celebrate the family of Texas Tech.
And we hear the music starting now in the background as we've got some more things going on. President Ellis, we know you've got a lot to do tonight. You're going to be up on the stage here in just a little bit. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas to you and Ruthie and your family.
Happy holidays to all those Red Raiders out there. We appreciate all your support, and it's an exciting evening here, so thank you.
And there's a lot of traditional things here tonight, things we see all the time. There's something new, the tree. Let's take a closer look.
Sets the tone. That's when you're coming onto campus from Broadway, you know, for the whole Carol of Lights.
It could be called the high point of the Carol of Lights celebration because it stands 3 stories tall. It's the Christmas tree, and it serves as a welcome beacon on the Texas Tech University campus during the holiday season. And this year, for the 56th annual Carol of Lights, a new tree will make its debut.
It's 38 feet tall, plus the 5 foot for the star that's up on top of the tree. Just like the old one, it was purchased from the same company that the original tree was bought from.
After more than a decade of shining light and serving as a backdrop for countless pictures, it was time to retire the old tree.
The old one, over time, the greenery on there gets brittle. It's man-made greenery. We were having more problems with the lights as far as keeping them burning. The framework, due to winds throughout the years and stuff, gets a little twisted. So all that in combination, that's why it was time to replace the tree.
I'm here at a facility called Grantham where the tree is housed most of the year. Now this is the new tree right here, and though it may look like the old one, there is a slight new twist. This tree's panels are pre-decorated with about 2,900 white LED lights.
The big white tree as opposed to multicolored, I think that will stick out, so I think it will be a surprise for some folks. I think the lights will be a little bit brighter.
From loading up to putting up, assembling this massive evergreen is like putting together a festive puzzle, one that takes a crew of workers 2 or 3 days to complete.
The framework is approximately, I'm going to say, 25 to 30 pieces of framework, but then you've got all the panels that goes on the tree and stuff. So altogether, I would guess approximately 85 to 100 pieces total.
And it weighs about 2,500 pounds with everything on it.
We have a routine. The guys are good about, you know, getting the framework up. We use a telehandler, which is a all-terrain forklift, and our bucket truck to assemble the tree frame and get all the panels on and the star.
So the electrician comes out, checks every panel before we place it on the tree, and then we're good to go.
After the tree is put in place, the grounds crew turns their attention to another green Carol of Lights feature, the wreath. This 20-foot diameter arc is affixed to the Geosciences building and is decorated with about 4 cubic yards of real greenery.
We get that from some trees that we have in a nursery out on the East Campus. We have some evergreens that we can go and trim and get the greenery there, so it's in-house, so to speak.
We cut it a day before they put it up, and different sororities volunteer to put it up, and they actually go up in the lift and tie it on with zip ties.
The magic of the Carol of Lights isn't just when the switch is flipped. For those who make it all possible, it starts with the setup.
I love it. This is my favorite time of the year. Putting up the tree is fun. Putting the wreath up and cutting it, it gets me in the spirit.
For KTTZ TV, I'm Lacey Nobles.
Okay. Hi. Hi, we are back for the 56th Annual Carol of Lights, and I'm here with Pamela Carrizales with Parent and Family Relations here at Texas Tech. Now, tell me, how many Carol of Lights events have you been to?
Well, this is actually my second Carol of Lights event, so I'm kind of new to this, and last year it was the best experience ever. I've heard about people talk about Carol of Lights and seen pictures. I mean, it's just so iconic. And so actually being here last year and experiencing it all, and just the family of all the Red Raiders and alumni and students, and it was awesome. So I'm excited to see it for my second time this year.
So what was your favorite part? I mean, everyone says the lights, but if you didn't, besides the lights, what is the most powerful part for you?
I think actually right now I see the saddle tramps coming by with their torches, and then I think just everyone hollering and just so excited, and I think it just brings everyone together as a family. We're all Red Raiders and we're all a big family, and it's just a celebration, and it's just a really great tradition, so I love it.
Okay, since you are with Parent and Family Relations, why is this such an important event? Why do you think this is such a family-oriented event?
Well, I think it's important because parents need to be a part of the traditions. Some of them are alumni, so they've probably experienced this when they were a student. Others may not be. And so I think it's really neat for them to be a part of it with their students. And if they can't be here, they're watching us live now. And so they can look back, hey, remember that time whenever I was watching it online, you were there. And it's gonna bring memories for years and years to come. I'm always gonna remember my first Carol of Lights. And so I know that our students and our parents are gonna remember that for many years to come until their kids and grandkids. So it's really, really neat.
Well, we appreciate you being here, and thank you so much for taking time to talk to us. We're going to send it back out to break, but we'll be right back after these messages.
Every day with Texas Tech Public Television, you experience the extraordinary. From the epic animal stories on nature to the extravagant characters on Masterpiece and Mystery, to the faces, voices, and stories of newsmakers, thinkers, and ordinary people with compelling stories to tell. Your year-end support today will assure that KTTZ TV has the resources to keep the doors open to our amazing world every day of the year. Do your part now to keep these programs right where they belong. Make your contribution now at kttz.org. Thank you.
Farr & Company general contractors take pride in becoming part of a community with the structures we build. The schools, churches, offices, and shops help to define the quality of life where they stand and serve as a testament to our construction philosophy. Farr & Company general contractors are proud to support Texas Tech Public Media and would like to wish you and your family a happy holiday season. More information is available at farrandcompany.com.
See the procession of the Saddle Tramps coming in here and is getting the whole thing underway. The Saddle Tramps obviously a big part of what we do here at the Carol of Lights, and we are so pleased to have the Red Raider family all across the world joining us tonight via social media, watching online, and enjoying this. Robert Janae, Lacey Nobles. Lacey, we're going to wrap it up and toss it back here. As you can see behind us, we've got the Saddle Tramps coming in, but your final thoughts? A great night, isn't it?
It's a beautiful night, and we just saw the Torchlight Processional come behind us, setting the tone for tonight, and you can just feel the energy here for the Red Raider family all over the place.
And as Lacey said earlier, come on, let's break the internet. Hashtag TTUCOL. We love hearing from all of the Red Raiders all across the country, all across the world, and it's been so great to see that and see some of the watch parties enjoying this tonight, streaming online. Lacey, great job tonight. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. Had a great time.
Again, for everyone here at Texas Tech Public Television, thank you for supporting Texas Tech Public Television and all of our crew here. Thank you for joining us tonight. Hope you enjoy the show. We'll be here hanging around. Maybe we'll talk to you again before this whole thing is over, but enjoy the Carol of Lights.
welcome to the 56th Annual Carol of Lights. My name is Zachary Taylor, and I am the president of the Residence Halls Association and a member of the 2014 Carol of Lights Committee. Tonight, I have the privilege of celebrating spirit and tradition with all of you during the 56th Annual Carol of Lights. On behalf of all the departments that have worked to bring you this joyous tradition, welcome. Carol of Lights began in 1959 with a small group of residence students singing carols in Memorial Circle, and a display of roughly 5,000 lights. Today, Carol of Lights has grown into a momentous Texas Tech tradition that brings over 20,000 students, faculty, staff, alumni, and friends together from all across the country to celebrate the holiday spirit in true Red Raider style. Tonight is a time for all of us to celebrate the season with the important people in our lives, our family, our friends, and our fellow Red Raiders. This evening, as we celebrate the spirit and tradition that Texas Tech exemplifies, I hope you will take a moment to truly enjoy the beautiful Carol of Lights and one of our campus's oldest and most loved traditions. Whether you are here with us tonight, are listening from home, or are watching the broadcast from afar, on behalf of the Residence Halls Association and every other entity without whom this event would not be possible, we are grateful to have you join us and help kick off the holiday season. And I welcome you to the 56th Annual Carol of Lights. Now I invite you to join Miss Sarah Cohen and the combined choirs for the singing of O Come All Ye Faithful. At this time, I would like to introduce a special guest who is celebrating his second Carol of Lights with us this evening. Please welcome Texas Tech's 16th president, Dr. Dwayne Nellis.
Well, thank you, Zachary, and welcome everyone. It is my privilege
and I'm so proud to participate in this time-honored tradition with you. Tonight is a celebration of this proud tradition of 56 years. We celebrate with those who have been here before and those experiencing tonight for the first time. Let us be so proud in the spirit of this festive time of the year and come together as one family, the Texas Tech family. The Carol of Lights tradition is one that you will reflect back on fondly. Enjoy the evening, the fellowship, and the friendship as we kick off the holiday season. It's an honor to be here today and to be part of this very special occasion, and I appreciate the opportunity to share this with you. Thanks to the Residence Hall Association for all their dedication, hard work, and the countless hours that they've spent coordinating this year's event, and to our facilities people responsible for placing the lights on all of these buildings. You should be proud of all of these people that have contributed in such an important way. Let's give them a round of applause. Again, thank you all for being here tonight, and guns up!
Thank you for joining us this evening, President Nellis. Now I would like to introduce tonight's featured soloist, having performed in venues around the world, ranging from Carnegie Hall to the Lincoln Center. We are thrilled to welcome Texas native and mezzo-soprano Dr. Quinn Patrick Ankrum as she performs "O Holy Night." Thank you, Dr. Ankrum. That was beautiful. Now let us once again join the combined choirs in singing Deck the Halls. A tradition of this magnitude takes the work of many dedicated individuals and departments. Carol of Lights would not be possible without the help of many different entities. On behalf of the Residence Halls Association, I would like to recognize all the groups that helped make this year's event possible. Brandon Loth and the members of Alpha Phi Omega, Texas Tech Barnes & Noble Bookstore, Drew Macha and the members of Chi Rho, Chelsea Rogers and the High Riders, Hospitality Services and Top Tier Catering, Carolinas Dr. Thomas Hughes, KTTZ, Texas Tech Public Media, KTXT Radio, The Masked Rider, McDonald's, Tierra Price and the members of Raiders Helping Others, Raider Red, Ty Vaughn and the Saddle Tramps, Shannon Sound and Lighting, Silent Raiders, Texas Student Disability Services, Texas Tech Academic Support and Facility Resources, Texas Tech Combined Choirs and Sarah Cohen, Texas Tech Electrical Shop, Texas Tech Grounds Maintenance, the Texas Tech School of Music, the Texas Tech Police Department, Jim Decker and the Texas Tech Trombone Choir, Carolyn Cruz and the Texas Tech Women's Chorale, Transportation and Parking Services, Trumbull Crane, University Student Housing, soloist Dr. Quinn Patrick Ankrum, Mary Jameson and the members of Women's Service Organization. And lastly, I would like to thank the 2014 Carol of Lights Committee for all of their hard work and time planning this event. Jarrett Fullington, Charles Ballard, Sheree Flores, Taylin Portillo, Eva Scheck-Snyder, Billy Werb, DeAndrea Young, and Craig Keener. Once again, thank you to everyone who's contributed to making the 56th annual Carol of Lights a success. As we reflect on all that we have to be thankful for, it's time to join the combined choirs in singing Silent Night. Immediately following tonight's Carol of Lights celebration, the Texas Tech School of Music choirs invite you to attend the annual Carols Concert in Hemley Recital Hall, just behind the Student Union building. If you've never attended, we assure you that you'll leave full of the holiday spirit. If tonight's event hasn't left you feeling like you want to go dashing through the snow, excuse me, we also invite you to sign up to participate in this year's Carol of Lights 5K Fun Run, benefiting the Rainbow Room of Lubbock. The race starts right here this coming Sunday evening. The family-friendly race course will have you dashing through the holiday lights and onto the field at Jones AT&T Stadium. You can register online by searching for West Texas Endurance. Lastly, if you would like to take part of tonight's Spirit home with you, stop by the white tent in Memorial Circle immediately after the ceremony to purchase the official Carol of Lights commemorative shirt. On behalf of the Residence Halls Association, University Student Housing, Hospitality Services, thank you for joining us this evening. We hope you will join us next year on December 1st for the 57th annual Carol of Lights celebration. Now please join the combined choirs one last time as we sing Joy to the World. Thank you all for coming. Have a great night.
Cannot beat the annual Carol of Lights. Lacey, just everything as advertised.
Oh, it was perfect. And you can just wait and just feel the anticipation building up. Everyone's holding their breath and the lights come on and it's just the applause. It's beautiful. Never a letdown.
Tell all your friends and family. You can watch it again on LISD TV, of course, all month long, also on Texas Tech Public Television, online. You can't get away from the Carol of Lights. It's a great way to spend your holidays, and it was great to see a bunch of proud Red Raiders out here tonight. A great crowd tonight, beautiful weather, so it was a perfect evening.
Oh, it was perfect. And remember, the lights will be on through January 1st, every night at dusk.
Keep sending your tweets and your Instagrams and your Facebook messages, hashtag TTUCOL. We've been seeing some incredible tweets all night long from people just reveling in the Carol of Lights. We want to thank all of our Red Raider family that's serving for us, not only overseas, but also here at home. And just a very special holiday greeting and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to all of the Red Raider family here everywhere across the world that we've been getting tweets and messages. It's been inspiring to see all of the messages we've received tonight.
Oh, and there was one from San Antonio saying she was literally screaming at her TV, flip the switch already. She was so excited, and I hope it didn't disappoint down there in San Antonio.
They finally did it. So again, a beautiful evening. Great to be a Red Raider. Lacey, thank you. Great job tonight.
Thank you so much. I had a wonderful time. I'm glad to be a part of it.
For Lacey Nobles and all of us here at Texas Tech Public Television, all the folks here at LISD TV, Texas Tech TV, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Have a very blessed holiday season. I'm Robert Giovanetti. Thanks again for joining us. Have a good evening.
pride in becoming part of a community with the structures we build. The schools, churches, offices, and shops help to define the quality of life where they stand and serve as a testament to our construction philosophy. Farr & Company General Contractors are proud to support Texas Tech Public Media and would like to wish you and your family a happy holiday season. More information is available at farrandcompany.com.